For What's Hot, we talk about the stories that have us all talking.
We're joined by local blogger Rochelle Fritsch and Jeff Wagner back with us this afternoon. Governor Scott Walker delivering his State of the State speech tonight. The governor's focus, the more than $500 million tax cut proposals. Walker says he will outline his plans for lowering property taxes and dropping the lowest income tax bracket. Your thoughts on some of these topics? We've been talking about it for a while now, that he's going to outline these plans and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, how can giving money back to the taxpayers be a bad thing?
Well, you know, a lot of people feel it should be put back into the budget or saved for a rainy day, that kind of a thing.
Well, okay, now first of all, we have fully funded the rainy day fund again, which is just absolutely amazing. In addition, they're looking at, like, I think $900 million in added revenue. So even the governor's proposal isn't saying we're going to give all of that money back to the taxpayers. He's talking about, like, I think, what, $500 million, which will translate to over $150 for the average homeowner. Some people will even get more. I say bring it on. I think it's a great idea. I think it's incredible that we are able to do this given where we were fiscally 3 years ago.
You know, and I agree with you that it is incredible that we're able to do it. I also know that the state budget is like this whole, like, five-headed hydra that we could never even cover, like, in the time that we have now. That's why he's doing a State of the State
or understand
speech.
It, right?
Exactly. So I'm not even going to try. My main concern is, because of what I know and the data that I've seen, is that there are a lot of people in Wisconsin that are still struggling. The economy may be on the upswing, but I know there's thousands that are still concerned with food, shelter, mental health care, and a variety of other things. So if we do whatever we do, I just hope that the safety net system set up to provide those things are still available for the people that need them.
But I think the thing, though, is, I mean, we throw a whole bundle of money at social programs, and I think we're going to probably continue to end up doing that. I just think if you want to talk about one of the ways that you can really, I think, make things better for everybody in Wisconsin, it is by giving people money back, especially money that they've paid in, and allowing them to spend it. I mean, look, we've been dealing with, largely nationally and locally, a jobless recovery. I think, you know, giving people more of their money to spend, that helps stimulate the economy. And in this particular case, they're not giving it all back, they're giving some of it back. So,
I guess overall, the fact we can talk about a surplus when you look at states like Illinois, which is flat broke, is a good thing.
Right. You know, we've got our pension obligations under control, and yeah, it's a nice discussion to have, and hopefully the economy will continue to improve, and we'll be able to continue to have this conversation.
Yeah, I know the projections say an average homeowner might get back $150 or save $150. We'll know much more after the governor speaks tonight, so we'll leave that topic there. Coming up next, we're revealing the viewers'
pick of the day.
Again, we're joined by Rochelle Fritsch and Jeff Wagner of 620 WTMJ. All right, today's viewers' choice topic: a Florida high school student will be allowed to return to school. He says he became the target of bullies because they found out that he was a gay porn model making adult videos after school. He was then originally kicked out of class. The teen and his mother say he was making movies to just help support his family, pay the bills. What are your thoughts?
Oh, gosh.
It's a weird one.
Where do you start? Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. Honestly. So to me, the question isn't, like, should he be allowed back in school? The thing that's and I can answer that quickly. Yes, he should be allowed back in school, unless the school has a policy stating that our students aren't allowed to make porn movies after school. So get that out of the way. The bigger question is, Mom and Dad are okay with this. I understand he's 18 years old, but they're
supporting his family this way,
I can't get over that, because actually in some circles, porn and everything connected to it is considered human trafficking. So if you want to go that route, Mom and Dad are saying we're okay that you're doing it, as long as we can still eat and pay our bills. I got a problem with that.
This is a case where great minds think alike. I mean, I agree with you. Honestly, I mean, why would you toss him out of school? I mean, he's entitled to public education. It's not like he's a teacher or something. You know, teachers appearing, you know, in pornography, gay porn or otherwise. Okay, that's a different story. This is the kid. But I'm with you. I mean, this is Mom and Dad are saying, okay, this is great. This is how we want you to make money. I don't know when he started doing this, but you got to say, what's going on in that family?
Yeah, if that's the reason he's doing it, I feel bad for him on that level, and then the fact that he's getting bullied about it, and then he had the whole school debacle thing. it's a sad situation.
And there had to have been other careers or other jobs that he could have gone for, too.
Well, that or even that his parents could do.
Yeah.
You would think.
Right.
Maybe they could get up off the couch and do it. Who knows? We don't know the situation.
Time for our lightning round. Before you say I do, you might have to take a marriage class. There is a push in Colorado to require couples to take a pre-wedding class. Should couples have to before they tie the knot?
Okay, I personally think this idea is dumb as a bag of hammers. I mean, here you've got, first of all, what is the alternative? If you fail the class or don't take the class, then you're not going to be able to get married, so you're going to live together. Okay, that's better. Secondly, with all due respect to the bureaucrats, I don't want the government deciding, okay, we're going to set these standards that decide, what sort of commitments people can make to themselves. I don't think government needs to tell us what we need to know before we can get married.
Well, and also, we talk about separation of church and state.
Yeah.
If I want to go to a certain denomination and they say within the confines of these walls and within the confines of this denomination, you have to take a class, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But for the government to step in and say that you've got to do it, to me that's just crazy. On the other side of it, too, is that if for your first marriage you take a 10-hour class, and then for your other marriages, the hours get increasingly long, and it's what?
This proposal, this proposal adds 10 hours for every marriage. So 20 for the second marriage, 30, and
You're
so
thinking,
on.
I can't get divorced. I'm going to have to take a 20-minute marriage
It's
class.
like detention
the
for
next
people
time.
who can't stay hitched.
Okay,
I'm okay if like our pastor when I got married wanted us to do a series of, and it wasn't a pass fail.
Sure.
It wasn't a pass fail, and I actually enjoyed it. It was a nice experience. So I think that you can do it that way, but I don't know about the state stepping in and saying you have to.
Now I will say this though. After 3 or 4 marriages, maybe you should start to figure out that you're not the marrying kind. That's
that
all
a 30-minute class really isn't going to help you.
After, I understand 1, I understand 2, after that, maybe 3, but after that, once you start talking about big numbers, maybe just live together, for goodness sakes.
All right,
or get a dog.
3 strikes and you're out, I guess. All right, thanks, guys. So the What's Hot discussion continues online. You can find it at TMJ4.com.